again we can see the relationship between total utility and marginal utility with the help of the schedule. Now again we have already seen the schedule, that how we are deriving the marginal from the total one. That is, when total is 0, when nothing is consumed, total is 0 and marginal is undefined. And when you subtract 10 minus 0, the first unit of MU of first unit is 10, right? Then the second unit total utility is equal to 17. When you subtract 17 minus 10, the marginal is 7 for the second unit. Similarly, when you subtract 21 minus 17, the marginal is 4 units, and so on. So what we see, that there is a definite and well-defined relationship between total utility and marginal utility, right? As the table shows, to begin, the two are equal. When we see these two are on the first unit, they are equal, and total and marginal utility, they are equal. For the first mango, they are identical, that is 10 utils, and thereafter they start differentiating to each other. What do you mean by that? While the marginal utility keeps on diminishing, that is what you can see. It was 10 for the first unit, then it becomes 7, then 4, then 1, 0, and then negative value, right? So the marginal keeps on diminishing, the total increases. The relationship comes over here, that as long as the marginal is decreasing, but the total is, as long as marginal utility is positive, the total utility is increasing. I repeat myself, as long as marginal utility is positive, the total utility is increasing. You can see it over here till fourth unit. Till fourth unit, the marginal is positive. Last value, the minimum value of MU is 1, and till here we see that marginal is increasing over here, right? This is the first relationship, that as long as marginal is positive, the total will increase, right? This happens till, and then when marginal utility is 0, on fifth unit, marginal utility becomes 0, and here the total utility is maximum, right? Can you see that? The 22 value is the maximum value of the total utility. This takes place when 5 mangoes are consumed. The economic implication of 0 marginal utility is that we have all that we want of this commodity. That is, this is the point of saturation for the consumer. The consumer is completely satiated and he do not want any more unit of the commodity. After this stage, that is the 0 of marginal, the marginal utility becomes negative. As you can see in the table, it has become -3, and that means consumer will not like to go beyond the point of maximum total utility. This is the point of maximum total utility for the consumer. A rational consumer, because it is our assumption, a rational consumer will not like to go beyond this point. Now this entire phenomena can be seen in the form of diagram also. Let us see the diagram. Alright, so we will be seeing the diagram as per the table of total utility. Suppose we have taken this over here, over x-axis, right? The unit of mangoes that are consumed by a consumer, and the y-axis is telling us about total utility which a consumer obtains when he consumes mango, right? The consumer has consumed 6 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 units, alright. And then total utility as per 6 units, when he consumed 1 unit, the total satisfaction was equal to 10 units. Second gave him 17, so over here. Then chronologically we'll move. Third here 19, then fourth 21, and then fifth is 20. Alright, now we'll match the points as per the table. When first unit consumed by the consumer, the total satisfaction is equal to 10 utils. Second unit consumed, total satisfaction equal to 17 utils. Third unit consumed, total satisfaction equal to 21 newtons over here. Fourth unit 22, a slight higher, and then fifth also 22, right, in the same alignment, and then sixth unit gives him 19 newtons of satisfaction over somewhere over here, right. Now we match the points here like this, and what we get is a concave upward, right, total utility curve. We can match these points like this, okay, right. This shaded area over here, this shaded area tells us about the declining total utility, even though the total is increasing but at a decreasing rate. Is that clear? So we can say mu is greater than 0 over here, mu is equal to 0 over here, and it is less than 0 over here. Is that clear? The shaded area is talking about the marginal utility, which is declining for every successive unit, right? This is the diagram for total utility curve. We can give a little explanation for the diagram, and we can say that the units of mangoes are represented on the vertical axis, on the horizontal axis, and the satisfaction, the total satisfaction is taken up on the y-axis, right? Now it is seen in the diagram that initially total utility curve rises upward. Can you see that? The total utility is rising upward from 1 to 4 units, right? That is also shown in the table, that from 1 to 4 units the total satisfaction is increasing from 10 to 22, right? From left to right until point M. This is point M. That is the maximum satisfaction of the consumer. It indicates an increase in total utility from 1 to 4 units. Now total utility remains constant between M, that is 4th unit, and N, 5th unit. In between this area the total utility is constant, and that is shown here. In between 4th unit and 5th unit you can see total utility is repeated, 22 and 22, right? Between point M and point N, and both points M and N shows maximum total utility, right? That is, the slope of TU curve is constant over here between point M and N. After N, this is N, after N the TU curve slopes downward, and that is shown in the table also, that it has become, the satisfaction has started to fall down, it has become 19 numerically. Alright, then indicating a decrease in total utility. So panel A shows, this is panel A, it shows that total utility increases first, right, reaches the maximum between M and N, and then starts decreasing. There is a saturation point, this is the point of saturation, right, there is a saturation point which, beyond which, that is, we can say it is here between this and this, 4 to 5 units, beyond which a rational consumer would not like to go, right? And that is what we are talking about. The assumption was that a balanced consumer would like to maximize his total satisfaction. This is a point where he is maximizing his total satisfaction. He won't like to go beyond this. This is all for the total Wolseley diagram. In 7, right? Say 7 over here. Third gives him 4 over here. Fourth gives him 1 equal to, fifth 0, and then sixth below the axis, that is minus 3. Can you see that? Right. Again we will be joining these dots. First unit 10 newtons, second unit 7 newtons, third unit 4 newtons, fourth unit 1 newton, fifth 0, and then 6 minus 3. We will be joining these 9 again, and what we get is a downward sloping marginal utility curve. Marginal utility is equal to 0 over here, right? Now we'll be seeing the relationship between both these panels, as we have seen the relationship in the table also. Now panel B shows continuously decreasing marginal utility as indicated by a negatively sloping marginal utility curve. Right? It is indicated by a negative slope MU curve. You'll have to see that the marginal utility curve crosses the horizontal axis to become negative. Right? As the table also shows, this value is negative value, -3. So is the curve crossing the x-axis and showing the negative marginal utility, that is equal to -3. Right? So MU curve cuts the x-axis when marginal utility is, cuts the x-axis when it becomes 0. After becoming 0, it becomes the negative. Right? Corresponding to 5th unit. Right? Thereafter, MU curve lies below the x-axis, indicating negative marginal utility. Thus, marginal utility decreases, it falls down, reaches a value of 0 and then becomes negative. Individually, this is the entire working of the marginal utility curve. Now, it should be noted that marginal utility of any quantity can also be indicated by the slope of the total utility curve. Now here comes the relationship between these two. This was panel A, this is panel B, but both the panels are interconnected. What we are saying then, that the slope, that the marginal utility of any quantity, of any of the units, can also be indicated by the slope of the total utility curve. Right? We are just making a certain shaded area over here. Right? Now the shaded area in panel A, you can see that this shaded area is only talking about the marginal utility. Yes or no? Actually here the difference is 10 because the 10 utils were gained by the consumer, and then he is saying 7, the gain of 7 utils is gained by the consumer, then 4, then 1, 0, none of it, and then -3. Right? So what we see, that the shaded area in panel A shows addition to total utility in terms of marginal, that is marginal resulting from an increase in the consumption of manganese. Right? Now panel B of figure 1 consists simply of these shaded areas. We have only taken up these shaded areas and drawn our marginal utility curve. The shaded area in panel A shows the positive, till here it is positive, right? Right, shows the positive but diminishing marginal utility up to the 4th unit over here, that is 1, and then marginal utility of 5th unit is 0, and the marginal utility of the 6th unit is negative. Therefore, the shaded area corresponding to the 6th unit in panel A indicated below the horizontal axis in panel B. Is that clear? Now, the relationship, this entire relationship can be expressed in a simple form also. We can say that when the total utility curve is concave from above, right, indicating declining slope of the curve, which means declining marginal utility, right? Thus point up to point M, this is point M, up to point M, the TU curve has a positive slope, a rising slope, then but its slope goes on decreasing. You can see this, right? The slope is keeping on decreasing steadily as quantity consumed is increased, right? This shows that so long as total utility increases, the total utility is increasing 10, 17, 21, 22, right? Marginal utility is positive. Alright, but marginal utility decreases because total utility increases at a decreasing rate. Is that clear? Then the second relationship says that when total utility is maximum here. So here we can say that MU is greater than 0 during this, from this to this range. It is greater than 0 Here then says when total utility is maximum, this is the point, the fourth unit, it is maximum, marginal utility is 0 over here. This is the range where it is maximum, marginal is 0. This is the relationship when total is maximum, marginal is 0, right? When total utility curve reaches its maximum, its slope is 0. This is parallel, this is constant, that means its slope is 0 between m and n. This is another way of saying that marginal utility is 0. After the third one is after m of the total utility curve has a negative slope. It has started to fall down, showing that the marginal utility is negative in this manner. So when total utility decreases, the marginal utility is negative. This is the relationship between the total and marginal utility with the help of the schedule and the graphs. Children, we can summarize the above studied relationship in the following 3 points also. The first point, you can say that total utility increases as long as marginal utility is positive. This is what we have seen also, and we have proved also with the help of schedule and diagram, right? This is about the till 4th unit. Then second point says that total utility is maximum, where 4th and 5th unit is there, when marginal utility is 0, that we see on the 5th unit in the diagram. That means when the total utility is maximum, the marginal utility is 0. Then third point says total utility decreases when marginal utility becomes negative. Beyond 0.5, beyond 5th unit of consumption of the mango, the marginal becomes -3, and so the slope of the total utility curve starts to decline, to fall, and that is what it is proved, that when marginal utility is negative, the total utility starts to diminish. Alright, so these are the 3 points with the help of which we can summarize the relationship between total and marginal utility. Alright, so children, we observed, and you must have also observed, that what we were seeing, that the marginal utility was continuously falling, right? To this we term as diminishing marginal utility. Now there is a law behind this, to which we call as law of diminishing marginal utility. What is the statement of the law? Now the statement says that as the amount consumed of a commodity increases, that is what we have seen from first to 6 units, the consumer has consumed the mangoes. As the amount of a commodity increases, other things being equal, other things, that is the other determinants, right? The utility derived by the consumer from the additional unit, that is marginal unit, that is the marginal utility, goes on decreasing. This is the statement of the law of diminishing marginal utility. Another statement given by Marshall says that the additional benefit, now the above statement is only limited to the area of consumption. The second one is having a greater or a more vast concept. The additional benefit a person derives from a given increase in his stock. Now we are taking up the production part also of a thing diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. So overall, what do both the statements they make the sense is that when either when you are increasing the consumption, the satisfaction from every additional unit will fall down in case of consumption, and in the similar manner, if you have stock of some commodity and as you increase the stock of that commodity, the benefit from every increase in the stock will diminish as you will increase the amount of stock that you already have. So what we are observing, that every increase, whether it's a unit of commodity consumed or the stock that you have, you are increasing, the satisfaction or the gain from that stock will start to diminish. This is the statement for the law of diminishing marginal utility. Now, the same law has been explained with the help of the schedule that you have already studied. So, whenever you are asked about the law in detail, you have to mention the schedule that you have already studied, right? Now, the law of diminishing marginal utility is graphically also explained the way we have seen the graph. So, all these things, they will go along with the graph whenever they are asked in detail in your question paper. Now, there are certain assumptions that we have to keep in mind, that the things that we have just said, other things remaining the same. What are these things that has to be remained same during the execution of the law? The first thing is that all the units of the commodity must be identical. Whatever you are consuming, the shape and what are the things that should be identical? They should be same in all respect, that is in size, color, design, quality, etc. The commodity must be identical in all these respects. Then second is the unit of the good must be standard. What do you mean? That is, if you are drinking water, then it should be a glass of water, right? Then third is there should be no change in taste during the process of consumption. Suppose sometimes you are drinking normal water and then you are drinking cold water, so it should not happen. Whatever you have started with, you must continue with the same. Then next is there must be continuities in consumption. You drank one glass of water at 10 am and then the other glass of water you are drinking after an hour. This will not work. This may raise your utility, so it must be in continuation. Then next is there should be no change in the prices of substitute goods. If you are consuming something, that means, and the price of that good, if that will change, you will definitely switch over to the other commodity, and that will give you greater satisfaction and the law will not hold good. So whatever you are consuming, the price of the substitute in during that time must not change. And then there are certain simple assumptions that utility we assume over here is measurable because we are studying cardinal approach. Then the consumer is rational by taking consumption decisions. He is a balanced person. He knows he is trying to maximize his satisfaction. That is what you mean by a balanced person. And the marginal utility of money is assumed to be constant. The satisfaction from every unit that you are of money that you are spending is same. It does not variate. Alright, these are the assumptions of the law of diminishing marginal utility that has to be taken care of while you are studying the law of diminishing marginal utility.